Hello everyone, my name is Jigdesh. In 6th semester, the nuclear physics chapter, so we have to study about the alpha decay in this session. So first we have to know what is alpha particles. In radioactivity phenomena, while studying the radioactivity phenomena, the three rays are emitted, that is the alpha rays, beta rays and gamma rays. So in that, the alpha rays are found to be the positively charged particles, beta rays are negatively charged particles and gamma rays are neutral. Here, at that time they studied about the alpha particles and how the alpha particles are emitted and what is the nature of the alpha rays. In such case, they found that the alpha rays are doubly ionized helium atom, so which has the mass number 4 and atomic number 2. Here the mass number 4 means it is the nucleon's mass. Nucleons means here it is the sum of the protons and the neutron. So together we are called as the nucleon number. It is nothing but mass number. So in helium atom there are the 2 protons and 2 neutrons. So that's why we have taken this as a mass number is 4 and atomic number is 2. It means that the proton number is 2. Here now we have to study what is alpha decay. Here the process of the emission of an alpha particle from the nucleus of an atom in the disintegration process is called the alpha decay. During the alpha decay, a daughter nucleus is formed. Here, so we can observe the picture of figure of this alpha decay. This is the general expression we have, that is X, A, Z. It means that A denotes the mass number, Z denotes the atomic number. X is a parent nuclei, so it is a heavy nuclei, so whose mass number is greater than the 200 or the atomic number is greater than the 82 or undergoes the alpha decay process. So lighter nuclei, we are not taking about the lighter nuclei. So because in the lighter nuclei there are the equal number of protons and the equal number of neutrons and electrons. So that's why this lighter nuclei will not undergo disintegration. So that's why we are taking the heavy nuclei. So in that heavy nuclei, that mass number should be greater than 200, or in other words we can say if the atomic number should be greater than 82. It undergoes the alpha decay. Then the daughter element formed, it has the mass number is less by 4 units and atomic number is less by 2 units. So we can write it as A minus 4 and Z minus 2 for the daughter nucleus. And the alpha particles are produced, that is helium nuclei. Alpha particles is nothing but a helium nuclei which has the mass number 4 and atomic number 2. Here we have to study about the theory of alpha decay. We know that the alpha particles are emitted at the time of disintegration of a heavy nuclei whose mass number is greater than 200 or the atomic number is greater than 82. Here the particles emitted from the nuclei have the discrete energy levels, or it is a line, several lines. It consists of the spectrum consists of several lines. It is not continuous, it is in a discrete form. Before the emission, the alpha particles are found to be inside the nucleus. Here the alpha particles are helium nucleus, that is the doubly ionized helium atom we can say, so which is present inside the nucleus. Whenever the helium atom is inside the nucleus or the alpha particle is inside the nucleus, the Coulombic repulsion force is not applicable. So it is a positively charged. The proton is positively charged. So there is no any Coulombic repulsion exists between the two particles. The Coulombic repulsion force is applicable only when the helium atom or the alpha particles or the positive ions are outside the nucleus. The proton repels each other. That condition is applicable only outside the nucleus, that is not inside the nucleus. For an alpha particle of a charge 2e and the nucleus is having the charge z minus 2 are separated by a distance r, so which can be given by the potential energy expression, that is V is equal to 2e into z minus 2 into e by 4 pi epsilon naught into r. Here we will get a final expression, that is 2e square z minus 2 by 4 pi epsilon naught r. For uranium, so we can calculate the potential barrier by using that formula. So it is found to be 26 mega electron volt. Here an attractive potential at the boundary is developed in the in the nucleus, that is found to be the potential well. For all the nucleus there will be a potential well. It may be proton or the neutron or the alpha particles, so easily it will not penetrate through that potential barrier. It must have certain energy to overcome that potential barrier. We know that the kinetic energy of the alpha particle varies from 4 to 10 mega electron volt. But in case of uranium, the potential barrier or height of the potential well is 26 mega electron volt. But during the disintegration process, the alpha particles comes out from the nucleus. Here the one question arises, how this alpha particle comes out even if it is having a less energy compared to the height of the potential barrier. It is having only 4 mega electron volt energy. How it is possible to come out from the nucleus? This puzzle was not solved by the classical theory. The quantum mechanics gives the explanation for this. In quantum mechanics, the alpha particles, the moment is considered as a wave. Here it has certain energy levels E1, E2, E3 and so on. Within the potential well, only the higher energy level alpha particles can come out from the nucleus. Quantum mechanics is associated with the wave nature. In other words, we can say it is a matter wave. The wave motion associated with the particle, it is possible to leak out or it is possible to escape an alpha particle from the nucleus even though it is having the less energy. So that effect is called the tunneling effect in quantum mechanics. So it can easily, if it is having the higher energy levels, so that is not 4, 5, 6, 7 like that. The alpha particle's kinetic energy varies from 4 to 10. It is the maximum is of 10 mega electron volt. So alpha particle which are having the high energy is having a probability of that alpha particles to come out from the nucleus is more. In each collision of the wall, there is a probability to come out from the nucleus that can be represented by the equation log lambda is equal to a plus b log r. So it is nothing but the Ziegler-Natta law, which says that the short-lived alpha particles have the greater kinetic energy, while the long-lived alpha particles have the less kinetic energy. As the short half-life period, so it can come out easily from the nucleus, which is having a long life has less kinetic energy. According to the Ziegler-Natta law, emitters having the less decay constant emits the alpha particles of greater energy. Here from this equation and the tunneling effect, from the tunneling effect the alpha particles can come out from the nucleus even though it is having the less energy. This is about the alpha decay. Thank you all.